Hello, Resurrection. Today is Wednesday, October the 6th. And every now and then it's fun in the church to maybe shake things up a little bit. I don't ever want things to become uh, rote for us in the church. So because Monday was St. Francis Day, this Sunday we're going to have the 10:30 service outside under the pavilion, and we will have the blessing of the pets, the blessing of the animals. Uh, in the context of the Eucharist. So when you come to the 10:30 service, make sure that you wear your super casuals and bring your pets, your companion animals, your farmyard creatures. Bring all of those with you, and we will bless those as we remember Saint Francis. Now, Saint Francis lived a long, long time ago, and we don't know a whole lot about St. Francis. We know that Deacon Susie thinks he was a deacon, and I think she may be right about that. And he founded the Franciscan order. And the way that he got this reputation associated with animals was he was a renowned preacher. Preached apparently some of the most powerful sermons that the church had ever heard. And he taught his order of friars, Franciscan monks. He taught them how to preach. He thought preaching was very, very important. And so as they were, walking from town to town where they helped the poor and the sick and the friendless and the needy, he would talk to them about preaching, and he would teach them how to be good preachers. And the story goes that one day, to give them an example of the way that he wanted them to learn how to preach, he stopped and looked over at a flock of birds that was feeding on the side of the road, and he began preaching. And apparently, all of the birds stopped and looked at him and listened to his sermon, and he preached an entire sermon to the birds, and that's where that reputation comes from. So it will be a little chaotic at 10:30, which is just how we like it at Resurrection. Bring your animals with. They will bark, they will meow, they will hiss and spit. If they tweet or cluck or moo or whatever else, all the better, I think. So bring them with you when you come on Sunday. You may want to bring a chair. We'll have some chairs put out there, but you may want to bring a chair if you've got a lawn chair with you. We've decided not to have lunch that day. We had talked about having a potluck lunch, but we're going to have our annual meeting in just a few more weeks where we'll have a potluck. So instead of bringing lunch, a dish to share for lunch, you may want to bring a coffee hour treat. We'll have coffee hour outside. The church will have coffee and tea and lemonade and water. And then if you want to bring a people treat or a pet treat or both, then do that. So if you want to bring some cookies or some crackers and maybe some dog biscuits or some cat treats or anything like that, go right ahead. I think that'll be a lot of fun. The weather looks like it's going to be nice for us. Keep your fingers crossed, and we will do that this Sunday. Now, the following Sunday is the Sunday that's closest to St. Luke's Day. St. Luke the physician. And if there's anybody that needs prayer in our society right now, it's our medical folks, our medical professionals, doctors and nurses and all sorts of medical professionals, therapists and counselors and social workers and pharmacists. They have just been through the ringer in the last 2 years. I heard on the radio yesterday that there's a worse nursing shortage right now that there's ever been, because people are leaving the nursing profession left and right because it's just a really tough place to be working right now. We have a lot of those folks at Resurrection, and we want to tell them how much we love them and support them. So not this coming Sunday, but the next Sunday. I believe that is the 17th. We'll bring all of our medical professionals, all sorts of medical professionals down, our sonographers, I mean, everybody. And we'll bring them down, we'll put them at the communion rail, and we will pray over them and thank God for them and ask God for his blessings upon them as they do their work for us. I want to tell you, I think things are going great at Resurrection right now. We're seeing the numbers continue to climb slowly but steadily. We've also seen our number of visitors begin to pick up. That's something we have not seen in a while. And for the last month or 2 months, we're getting a regular rotation of visitors again. And whew, I am relieved about that because we hadn't seen it in quite some time. We continue to get people who are saying we've been watching you online, and so we thought we'd come to see you in person. Every now and then I will meet somebody in town and they'll say, "Aren't you at Resurrection?" Because I've been watching you online. That's surprising to me, but it really does happen. We also still have folks watching us from home, primarily not because they're as worried about COVID anymore, but because we have some folks who are homebound and we have some people who are out of town who watch us. So we'll continue that broadcast for a good while. I don't think it's keeping people from coming to church. I think that everyone who wants to come to church can and is coming. For the most part, we still have some that have to be extra careful because of their work or their immune system or their age or anything like that, and that's okay. But for the most part, I don't think that our broadcast on Facebook, if Facebook is working this week, I don't think it's affecting our numbers, our physical numbers that much. So, unless it does, we'll keep offering that broadcast. I think people are, I think people are tuning into that for good reason. Christian education is going exceptionally well. I've said it before, but I don't know another small church that really is pulling off the level of Christian formation of Sunday school that we are. But it's good. I am particularly enjoying the Christian men, the class that I have begun with Dustin and Brian, Dustin Bledsoe and Brian Millis. That's going extremely well. And right now we're just kind of learning how to be better Christians, how to be Christian men, how to do that right. And it's pretty good so far. We've had some good discussions, and I'm really enjoying that. Now, we will not have that this Sunday because of the blessing of the animals. We'll have it starting again the next Sunday, though. So we've got a full wagon in the next couple of weeks, and I like it like that. I like the busyness and the chaos and things going on. So we'll see you Sunday at 8 o'clock for the regular indoor service, or at 10:30 out in the pavilion in your casuals, maybe with a treat to share, and bring your animals, and we will praise God and bless those animals. I'll see you then.